Hey, my name is Nicole, and I'm here with you from Journal Junkie. And I wanted to leave you a couple of tips for if you're interested in beginning journaling. Journaling has been a part of my life since I was a child. 5, 6, 7 years old, I've loved to write and draw, and I've always loved paper. And through the years, journaling has helped me define who I am as a person. It has helped me with self-development, self-growth. It has helped me create and remember memories and moments that were special. I'm a great advocate about journaling and how it can help us live our inspired lives, and how it can foster fresh ideas and creative ideas to help us live the life that we desire. And I think that in this life that we live, sometimes we get so overwhelmed with the chaos of the moment, and we are so inundated with noise and information and so many things to take our attention away from ourselves. And we're really the ones that need the most attention, especially us women who are mothers or wives or business women or whatever hat we wear. It's so important to stop and pay attention to who we are. And that's what journaling does. And that's what it does for me. And it helps me connect with myself on a very intimate level. So many times in the new year, people want to start with a fresh, clean slate, a fresh, clean notebook, and begin to record their special moments. And so I just have about 2 or 3 tips how to start journaling. Number one, simply just find a fresh book, a new journal that you can call your own. It can be large, it can be small. I have some small ones here, or a small one. It can be really cute pocket journal or a larger journal that you would love to write in. It could be a line journal, blank journal, have polka dots, whatever. Just find something, a notebook that will inspire you to write, and find a beautiful pen or regular pen. I use a lot of different pens. This is my favorite, the Duramark by Staples. It's just very smooth writing, but I also use dollar store pens as well, so it doesn't really matter. Don't make a big deal about your journal, what you write in and what you write with, as long as it's something that you will use and it's pretty or something that will inspire you to write. Don't really worry about writing perfectly. That's my second tip. I think there's so many YouTube videos or so much out there about how to write and the different styles of journaling. Yes, that's all important in its time, but when you're just starting, the most important thing to do is just start. Don't worry about if you're bullet journaling correctly or if you're not. Just write something, okay? Just take 5 minutes a day and just write. That there are different ways to journal, and some ways are a little bit easier than others, depending on your preference. One of my favorite ways to journal is journaling using prompts. So I would use a quote for a day and just write 5 minutes about my feelings for that quote. Like, for example, today's quote is by Seneca, and it says, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." And so I just write in my journal. This is what I had from last year. I'm just finishing up the last couple of pages. Just write my thoughts about that. What do I think about true happiness? What do I do to enjoy the present moment? Am I anxious about anything for my future? If I am, why? And how can I get over that anxiety? Writing about anxiety and writing about your feelings kind of helps you reflect upon, what you're thinking and where your heart is, and to get it out on paper. Excuse me, I have a little cold today. to get that out on paper is really refreshing, and it can be very, very healing. So again, my first tip is just get a journal. Get something to write with, a notebook, something to write in. It could be lined, it could be blank. As you begin to write, you begin to understand what you need to write efficiently. Some people like to write with blank pages because it just lets them be open and everywhere, and just they don't write with structure, and that's perfectly fine. Others need to have those lined, ruled pages because they need to have that structure there when they're writing. But it's entirely up to you, and you will involved in your journaling process. So, second tip is don't worry about following all the rules of journaling. I always say write from your heart. That's the number one rule. It's just writing from your heart, and just whatever's inside of your heart, your mind. Get it out on paper. Don't criticize it. Don't judge it. Just get it out. And that's exactly what journaling is. No one's going to judge you. It's your words, So just do what's good for you. And just start. Just sit down. Take 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a half hour. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes. Just write something every day. Start small. Use a quote. That's the easiest way to journal sometimes for most people. Find a word that inspires you and write about it. All right, so I hope these quick little tips help you begin writing, and I'll be bringing some more to you this year. That's my plan. So like and subscribe this video if you found something helpful in it. Until then, you can visit us over at www.journaljunkie.com. I'll place the link in the bottom. And we also are starting a new journaling project on Facebook, and it's called the Hygge Journal Project. I will also have that link below this video. Hygge is spelled H-Y-G-G-E, and I'm loving this word this year. It's all about comfort and coziness and enjoying the present moment of what makes us feel alive and happy and content. And we're going to be writing about that on in the Facebook group. So visit us there, and if you have any comments or any questions about journaling, I would love to answer them. Again, my name is Nicole, and I'm coming to you from Journal Junkie, and I hope you have a pleasant day.